Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I only have time today to sit down and film a video. You don't know how stressful, unmotivated I have been in my life to do videos, and not even time because I'm working and I have school, and it's been just a whole ass weird thing. But I'm finally sitting down to do a YouTube video because this one's actually really important and I have to get it up on time because next week, and I'm filming this a week before, yeah, next week on a Friday, I am going to be 20 years old. Yeah, I'm going to be 20 years old, and I've done this mini series kind of thing where I kind of talk about what I've learned in my previous age. Am I even saying it right? So I'm 19 right now, and I'm gonna be 20 next week. And technically, I sit down and talk about what it was like for me being 19, what I learned, my thoughts, so I can look back at these videos and see what I used to be like and how much I evolved, and I get to look back and see how much I evolved as a young teenager, in my life. And it's my last day being a teenager technically, which is very scary, and I'm not gonna lie, it was stressful for the first month or so, just realizing that I'm actually gonna be 20. I'm entering my 20s, and I've heard a lot of things about, going into your 20s. um some of them I heard on TikTok. I don't know if I should listen to TikTok for advices because TikTok sometimes gives really weird advices. But I did see a video where this girl was talking about she learned that being in your 20s is about being on your own, figuring out who you are, what you want to do, and everything else.
People say you should be alone in your 20s. I never understood that until recently. I don't want to spend my 20s chasing temporary people or things. I'm the most permanent thing in my life. So I'm gonna choose me.
And I kind of I want to sit with that quote. I want to, have fun and learn as much as I can from my mistakes and from other things, and I feel like my 20s are going to be really fun. Maybe that's a lie, and I have to look back at this video and see, if that's true or not, but I do feel like I'm gonna have a really good time in my 20s because I'm growing and I'm learning things, and I think it's time to fully grow and learn from my mistakes. Being 19 was very tricky, as we all know. We've been quarantining and we've been in this whole global pandemic with COVID and everything, and it's been really difficult. I felt like I wasn't going to have so much opportunity to live my life and to do as much thing as possible. But one thing that I learned, especially because of COVID and everything, is how to learn to have fun and learn to love myself on my own. That's something that I've always struggled with, and I always feel like I have to be in a group with people and always with someone to have fun. But I really learned how to love myself, and I really learned how to do things on my own and appreciate some alone time as well. Because one thing that I definitely learned is when you're with people and you're out and you're busy doing things, you don't really have time to focus on your mental health. At least I don't. I don't know about other people, but me, speaking from experience, I don't really have time to sit down and think about things, or uh, you know, I don't know, have a self-care day as well. And I've been appreciating those moments alone, every single moment with my friends, all the things that, come and go. I used to stress so much every time I lose a friendship. One thing I definitely learned a lot in my 19th is learn to let go of people, because I have attachment issues. I really do. I really do have attachment issues. Not gonna lie, but because I'm the type of person that I will do anything for you to stay. And I can't believe I'm putting this out on the internet, but it's true. I've let so many people treat me so bad, and for what? For friendship. I mean, I'm okay now with losing those people, letting go, and that's something that was tricky at the start. But I'm glad in my 19th, I got to learn a lot and I got to suffer, I guess, and go through a lot of things for sure. My 19th was very difficult, you know. I did a lot of stupid things that I regret, but now I look at it as in a positive light and I'm learning to, you know, be more positive, more out there, and not take things too serious, but also not be too hard on myself because at the end of the day, I'm still, you know, a young girl who is learning and, you know, throwing myself out in the world and, you know, learning things as I'm going and growing and falling and getting up and stuff like that. And which, you know, looking back at it, I used to be so. I've definitely changed since I turned 19. It was a moment of growth for sure. I don't want to talk about specific things, but I definitely want to say that it's been a really bumpy ride. There was a lot of ups and a lot of downs. There was a lot of regrets and doubts. There was a lot of crying. There was a lot of heartbreak for sure. But I learned from all of this. And right now in this moment, I'm ready for anything that my 20th is gonna bring. More heartbreaks, more mistakes and things to look at, you know. So I'm ready, and I'm going into my 20th with a more mature and more positive light, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to be mature as I'm talking, but I'm not that mature. Let's be honest. But I'm really excited to see what it has to bring. You know, like I was stressing for a while about my that I'm gonna be 20 and that I have to be a whole ass adult. I have to live by myself. I have to do this. You know, with social media and everything going on and seeing everyone like living a life that you want to live and it looks all perfect on the internet. One thing that I definitely have to constantly remind myself, and I also want to constantly remind you guys, is that social media is so fake and everything you see is what they want you to see. And I know we all say that, but we all get so sucked into it and we all want that life. And uh, we all want that life, but I don't even know. I don't even know what to say now. I lost what I was gonna say. Anyways, as I was saying, social media really, like, look at yourself, for example. You want to put stuff up on your Instagram what you want people to see. Like, this is how I look. Like, on my YouTube, I am more real, and YouTube to me is like my favorite platform to be on because I'm more real. Like, this is how I look when I'm home. Or I have my hair up, I'm in my PJs still, and I'm just chilling and talking to you outside with mosquitoes around me. But you go on my Instagram, I'm all glad I'm doing this and like that, like, you know, and that's not the real me. It's just cute pictures that I like that I want to put on Instagram. I want to put like the best moments of summer on my Instagram and YouTube as well, obviously. But at the same time, on YouTube, I want to be more real and more me and more grounded. And like when I'm vlogging, if I didn't have a good day, I want to say it on camera because that's to me on YouTube, I'm more real. And I've always said that, I feel like, but yeah, arrived here. Paris, my pregnant dog Paris is here with me. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm just living in the moment right now. That's the goal for my 20th, is to don't stress too much about things, live in the moment and actually have fun. And to the future me who's watching this, I hope you actually got to reach those goals. I actually hope you had a great, you know, 20th. And if you didn't and you went through a lot of things, it's okay. At the end of the day, you know, we go through things and people that come in our life, you know, they're here. The way I see things, and I've always have, and I know even later in my life, in my 30s, I'm still gonna feel like this. But people come and go, and they're either a blessing or a lesson. And I don't think you should stress enough about having those people in your life. You know, just be you. Always be humble. Always be happy. Always know who you are, and always stay happy. And I love you, and I hope you have the best days of your life, and you learn a lot from all your mistakes and everything. Love you a lot. Bye.